Alright, what did it do, y'all? Back with another superstar mode, Madden 25. Yeah, I ain't checked the last one. Did my regular season debut against the Bills. Unfortunately, we lost by 5. Had a good game though. Think I had like 2 touchdowns, 120. Yeah, like 2 touchdowns, 120. So we were on our division game, playing against the Rams. Let's go ahead and do this interview or practice. Let's get this popping. So apparently we are 70 overall in this jump, but we gonna get this shit rolling though. I didn't realize I had number 11. Oh, they gave a plus 10 spectacular cash for my next game. Let's start this game up now. They had 82 overall. Golly. All right, let's go ahead and start this game. And we at home too. Oh shit, I gotta fix this. Hold on. I gotta move this damn overlay down because that shit just threw me off. Let me move that overlay right quick. Give me a second, y'all. All right, we can do it that way. All right, bet we can put it on the bottom. All right, since we at home. Oh, that's our home. What the hell? I didn't even know. Wait, what the hell? Current home option. Oh yeah, let's do that. Yeah, cause I'm gonna say I know that ain't our home. Let's go ahead. And I'm playing on all pro, by the way.
The Cardinals offense ready to try and make amends for that opening week loss. And the one we'll be watching is this man at wideout, as he comes in off a very strong performance in the season opener.
Boy, was it ever. Over 100 yards to get things started on the year. He's off on the right foot. Now he wants to add another one to it, doesn't he?
Yeah, I told the local paper this morning, I want another, and then another, and then another. I think there was like 3 or 4 anothers in there. First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
To throw, it's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Rams defense. They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
That's caught. It's a rookie from Oregon. And he'll be out right at the 35. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down. The Cardinals had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like
who's that good catch? Who's that catch right there? Oh, Zay Jones.
They didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 2.
You might have to put that overlay on the left corner.
Throwing now is Murray. It's
Williams
here for the catch on the comeback.
Get out of there! Touchdown! Let's get it!
Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up.
Yeah, I'm going to have to fix that overlay again. I might have to put it on, I don't know, I might have to put it on that right corner I had before.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're
Yeah,
trying to get back on
second.
track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. They begin on the ground here with Conner. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Here's Murray. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll fake it to Conner. Now Murray. Williams brings it in. And he'll be taken.
Y'all see that?
Not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll be out just
good
a
run,
yard or
Connor.
two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Connor picks up a new set of downs and in nice fashion, too. He's coming off his best season as a pro after he topped the 1,000-yard mark for the first time in his career a season ago.
Play fake. Murray. That ball caught by
Okay, Harrison.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On 1st and 10 is Connor, powering forward. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and 3. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And a loose football.
Oh, he fumbled.
Looks like one of the DBs has it. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Oh, they gave us a moment?
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Who's it checking me?
Connor will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Connor. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cards are able to add on to that lead. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up.
The Cardinals offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this 1st half.
Oh, that's Trey. Oh, Trey over there.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Oh, I hope they ain't pressing.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Goes right back to McBride. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A final shot before half from Murray. It's complete to Williams. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Brock Purdy, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and you can see currently they trail in that ball game. The newest Steeler, Russell Wilson, with 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Ramondre Stevenson,
no way, Drake May.
2 touchdown runs to lead the way. We watched the veteran James Conner put together a very solid first half.
Yeah, dude, we're going to the game.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. He's got it to Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game. Murray now. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
To throw is Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Murray now to throw. There's a short one caught by Ryman. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be 4th down.
Okay.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but...
Then we had the 6. Sheesh.
Now Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Here's Murray, back near his goal line. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Murray going to throw. There's a short one caught by Ryman. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Shotgun now for Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Murray off play action. And that will be incomplete.
This little midget.
Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening. Here's Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack. I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
And the throw incomplete. Darius Williams, the one there defensively.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after.
So it's the Rams here that take home the W. And this one, Charles, and too much Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the.
Yeah, this little midget need a look. Little short ass midget. He really lost that game, bro. Who won chat? What was that, Kyler? Or Buddha? He got his X Factor going on. What he got? He probably got that. He probably got the bazooka. Shit, don't he? All right, so we gotta play against the Giants.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Lions and the Cardinals, coming up next.
The Cards offense coming in at 0-2, trying to get things going after a sluggish start. And the one we'll be watching is this man at wideout. Off to a bit of a slow start here in the early going. What do you make of that? A problem, or am I reading too much into that?
I don't think you're reading too much into it, but I think we need a bigger sample size. It's only been a couple of games so far. People know he's talented, so, they'll kick coverages in his direction. Let's give him some time and see if he can really get going, because I think he's got the potential to be a big-time player.
3.5 to go, first quarter. From the gun, Murray. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Yeah, it's been a good start to the season for him. He's still kind of getting used to a new terminology, new playbook, new quarterback, you name it. But he's certainly been solid in his first month, and he's got a first down.
On play action, it's Murray. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Oh, he got a wild card.
Murray to air it out again. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Murray. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing now is Murray. That is caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Now Murray, he bootlegs it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Partner, are they going to cover him? Well, that's 4 catches and the touchdown grab on that opening drive.
Well, what we're seeing so far, I believe, is their understanding that they want to go to him and often, but also they know they've got to move him around a little bit, get him into some different spots to continue to find open space to throw him the football. Otherwise, I just run 2 or 3 guys.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
An 8-yard loss brings up 4th down.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. That's complete to McBride. So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Play fake. Murray. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, it looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
Damn. Are we down?
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
That's what you don't do.
This is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game.
Hey, catch the ball!
Enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Oh, he playing it again?
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Murray. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another catch for him there, and the numbers starting to stack up a bit. He's closing in already on a 100-yard game. We're still in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Brian Branch from the secondary in on the tackle. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes is won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. There's a short one caught by Ryman. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And Ryman caught all of our attention at the combine when we watched him working on the blocking sled, and he moved it like it was nothing. He's a mauler at the line of scrimmage, almost an extra offensive tackle.
No!
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That ball caught by Harrison. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Oh, and that is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again, Murray. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Harrison. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Murray now. And this is incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
To throw is Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll run here with Connor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have cut the lead back down to 2.
You think about James Conner down near the goal line, and you think about the 2021 season with his 15 touchdown runs. He believes he's as good as anybody down close, and he powers his way in here.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting.
We get a stop, hopefully.
So out now come the Cardinals. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Connor up the middle. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Murray. He's got this to Williams, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. They run behind center with Connor. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Derek Barnes in on the stop. Now 2nd and 5. Murray now to throw. He's got his man. It's caught end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. They start with a give to Connor. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Oh, you should never did this.
Murray going to throw. There's a short one caught by Ryman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's Murray. And
No!
this one nearly
Oh,
intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. Now Murray off play action. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Bro.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions
Lost his damn game again.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the
All right, we're gonna stop this here. Stay tuned for the next video. We'll be right back.